Yes, Mr. Floyd, thank you again for being here. Thousands of people all over the country and globally have filled the streets protesting for justice for your brother. His death has struck a huge chord with people of every age, ethnicity, corporation, political persuasion, and politicians from both sides of the aisle. How do you feel about the support that you and your family have received, and what is your message to everyone protesting?
I just like to thank everyone for doing so much in this world today. They're just tired right now. Enough is enough. And it's going to be a marathon, but right now, everybody is getting closer to justice because everybody is feeling united. We're coming together as one. And I'm just so proud right now just to see change in this world happening.
Attorney Crump, several family members of police shooting victims are meeting with the guy in the White House today. But you're not sending your clients there. You've made a very specific choice. Why?
Well, Whoopi, the Floyd family has testified before the United States Congress. Philonise is set to testify before the United Nations on tomorrow. And we want to be very serious about seeing systematic reform here in America. And when the president signs the bill that is presented by the Congressional Black Caucus that really effectively speaks to these decades-long killing of unarmed Black people, these open season killings of Black people, then that's when the Floyd family will acknowledge their presence at the White House. But they want to make sure everybody understands this is not a photo op for them. This is their life. George was killed. Other Black people are being killed, and they're taking it very seriously. And they want serious reform, not just a fleeting moment for a photo op. And so that's why the Floyd family made a decision to say, let's see what happens with the legislation presented by the Congressional Black Caucus.
Ben, you know, we've known each other for a really long time, and we've seen the murders of unarmed Black men and women happen time and time again, and you've dedicated your career to social justice. It just seems to me like little seems to change. However, it's true that in the past 2 weeks, Confederate statues across the country have been toppled. There are calls to rename military bases named after Confederate soldiers. NASCAR has even banned the Confederate flag during its races. And serious police reform is at least being discussed and considered. Do you think at this time real change can happen? Will it last?
You know, Sonny, I saw with Trayvon, we had an opportunity, and it was a worldwide phenomenon. And now we look at George Floyd, and I mean, people are marching in Berlin, they're marching in Paris, they're marching in Australia, they're marching for 21 days straight now. They have been marching in cities across America, and this is the best opportunity that I have seen since I've been an attorney that we may achieve real change. When you think about it, Sonny, the fact that you have activity taking place on both sides of the aisle. When we were doing those congressional hearings, we had people like Jim Jordan, like Matt Gaetz, like Representative Johnson from Arkansas agreeing that transparency was a big issue, that was saying that we needed to have accountability. That's the only way we could get to trust. And so when we find something that both sides of the aisle can agree on, then we need to seize the opportunity and not lose this moment. And anybody who watches that video who has an ounce of humanity know that there's something wrong with our policing in America. And this is the time to make a difference. Not tomorrow, but today, Congress.